Hey everybody, hey, it's Carm here, coming to you this time from the inside. I was going to do the video outside, but it's starting to get a little warm and humid, so a little more comfortable. It's been a little while, I think it's a couple weeks since the last video. From what I understand, I guess this time of year, summer is a little bit slower period for PC videos, and I'm no exception. But that felt like coming on, and I have a few things that accumulated since March, I guess. Just various finds, some online, some stopping into shops. Haven't really been on like a big dig since record store day probably. So yeah, it's just some assorted finds from that time. A combination of CDs and records. So I'm gonna start right in real quick with some CDs. Padmasana, Japanese electronica, kind of a slow, hazy, almost quasi-techno at times. This is actually what's playing in the background. I learned of this from Musical Star Streams, which of course is the program I've been getting music from for the last probably close to 25 years. This is real nice. Yeah, again, kind of slow, hazy stuff. And the Dakini Records, 1999. So it's pretty nice. I was happy to find this one. Larache, Celestial Music. It's a compilation from 1978 and 2011. And it's music, a lot of this was previously released on cassettes back in the early days, as well as things that were in the vault. But yeah, I love his music. It's very, well, it is very celestial, very happily named. And there's his zither and also some electronics. Great notes too. Gives a great overview of his history, and there's also an interview in here too. And, lots of pictures. So definitely highly recommended. I think this might be out on LP as well, although I usually go for whatever I find first. So found the CD. I think on All Saints label. This next one I got into fairly recently. This group Lanoy, Klaus Dinger, also his brother Thomas Dinger. It would imply like a combination, or yeah, like a crossing of La Dusseldorf and Neu. Although really, to me, this doesn't sound much like either one of the groups, or it has certain aspects of it, but it's very much its own thing. It's on the Japanese Captain Trips label. Let's see there, and I think their mom is also on here. Klaus and Thomas's mother. Yeah, that's her there. And yeah, there's some traditional folk aspects to it. There's almost sounds like slow motion tribal with some of the drumming and some impressionistic piano. Just a really nice mixture. Which, what little I've heard of the group in general sounds, like something else entirely. Some of it's industrial sounding, but I definitely recommend anything by. If you're a fan of either of the Dinger brothers, I definitely would go for this. Undoubtedly some of you are familiar with this. Next one here. Digital Sex, Essence and Rarities, Derek Higgins. Yeah, I ordered a couple albums from Derek recently, and this is one of them. I've been curious about this for a while. He's talked about it quite a bit in his videos, his history. Yeah, it's a band he was in during the 80s. What really struck me about this album was how much I enjoyed it, considering I'm really not I'm not much of a rock and roll person. A lot of this to me sounds, for the most part, straight ahead. I'm not very good with labels, but maybe alternative or new wave aspects to it. A couple of tunes that really struck me was Dream Music, Theory of Games, also Inner Smile. But yeah, it's just really nice stuff. I'd recommend if you're into. It really sounds ahead of its time too. I mean, some of it sounds like its time, but a lot of it could have been recorded now. So I think of Michael Dill, if you're watching. From what I know of the music you're into and the stuff you've played in your videos, it sounds like something you'd be into, or maybe you're already aware of it. But yeah, very nice stuff. And the next one here, also from Derek. It took me a while to finally get this. Nice. And yeah, really enjoyed this one too. yellow vinyl there. Very diverse combination of both instrumentals and there's some vocal pieces. I believe is there an insert here? Yeah. The man himself. The piece on here that really struck me in particular was the melting on side 2. Kind of a rippling, cascading sequencer bass piece. But yeah, I would recommend it. I'd recommend you all, support the artist and buy up one of these if you're not already. I'm sure many of you are familiar with it, but if you don't have it, I'd go for this as well. Yeah, recorded between 1984 and 2012, so a lot of history there, and sounds to me very personal. So yeah, very nice indeed. The next one here, Michael Valhalla, Haiku. It's a private press from 1979 on Satyam Records, Canton, Ohio. That's a solo acoustic guitar, kind of in the style of Will Ackerman, Alex DeGrassi, like the Windham Hill artists. But it's pretty nice. I only given it one spin so far, but definitely need to listen to it more. It's pretty nice impressionistic stuff. Let's see, got this from Half Price Books not long ago. Dick Shorey, Carnegie Hall. The names on here is what really. Gary Burton and Paul Horn, Joe Morello. It was actually Manic Mark showed this in a video. He also played a sample from the album towards the end. That's what really struck me about it. It was like a combination of standards, and I believe he's a band leader, percussionist. Don't know a great deal about him. Yeah, the Mission Impossible theme is on here. There's a piece called Riots of Spring from Hooper. There's a piece by Bach, Concerto for Jazz Drums and Orchestra. It's from 1970 on Ovation Records out of Chicago. Yeah, it's pretty nice stuff. Pretty diverse, and yeah, it was mainly the names. Seeing Paul Horn and Gary Burton on the same record. I don't even know if they're on anything else together. So yeah, it was pretty fun to come across that. Meditations Along the Inner Way. Robert G. Cheney and Sherwood Mertz. Actually, I found an album, Meditations for Organ, by Sherwood Mertz on Record Store Day. So I wanted to find another thing by him, and this is actually like a guided meditation. So spoken word with organ accompaniment, and it's got kind of a surreal feeling to it. It's dry but surreal at the same time. From 1962 on the Astara Foundation. But it's pretty interesting stuff. I do have a lot of guided meditation to music sort of things, but this is unlike any of those. Again, maybe from being from the time it's from, but I was happy to find it. These next couple of ones, dear brother Chris Cole, JC68 showed these in I think it's more recent videos. So very happy to look for these. Much Silence by Gershon Kingsley. There's a piece on here that I wasn't even aware was on here. Illumination. Again, it's something I heard on Musical Starstreams many years ago, and it always stuck with me. It's from 1986. This is a very beautiful piano and synthesizer based, a very impressionistic album. He's probably best known for his piece Popcorn and his early Moog experiments, but yeah, I was really happy to come across this, or actually really sought it out after seeing it on Chris's video. And another one that you showed, Gurdjieff Improvisations, where he's playing harmonium from 1949. So when Chris showed this, I thought I have to get this because I have quite a bit of Gurdjieff's piano music that he collaborated with Thomas de Hartmann on. Some of the most striking and soul-stirring music, piano music I've ever heard. But this is him, the man himself, playing on harmonium. And it again, this is something else that in a way sounds kind of surreal, and just the fact that it's so old, it's really striking too. It's on the Psychic Sounds Library, so yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, thank you, Chris, for showing both of these. It's just some magic stuff. So yeah, I have one more here. Actually, I think I found this on Record Store Day, but for some reason I filed it before I showed. Yeah, Keith Jarrett. It's Great Moments. It's a compilation of his Impulse years. With well, now it's. I was just thinking though, the group he played with, Dewey Redman, Paul Motion, and most recently Charlie Hayden, they've all passed away. But it was a wonderful group. He had a couple of quartets during the European quartet it was known as, and this is the American quartet. But yeah, this is just a combination or compilation of the Impulse records of the time. So yeah, it's a good introduction to it too if you have already heard it. So yeah, I think that'll. I have one more here. I have to show this. I actually have to bring this back to the library today. I was very surprised. I hadn't heard of this one before. Stephen Halpern, Organ of Perception. This is all organ music, pipe organ music by Stephen Halpern. As far as I know, it's the only album that he's done with organ music. And yeah, it's very serene and as you would expect from him. But yeah, it was just pretty cool. I think I was just looking up to see what was there of his, because he's written some books too. But this came up as well, so I'd recommend if you find this around. I'd definitely like to find it, just to get my own copy. So very cool. Well, I think about to do it for this time. I just wanted to come on and want to try to get it more consistent with videos. I have a lot of videos in me, so to speak, as I'm sure many of you do too. I have a lot of stuff set aside, things I've been revisiting, as well as some more classical stuff. Be getting into is some artist profiles. I've got all the stuff I want to do. Just find the time, and as the summer winds down and into fall, probably be able to do them. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you're all doing well and having as well of a summer as can possibly be. And until next time, peace, love, and joy to you all.